the Democratic Party is inherently rooted in evil. And they don't believe that they are because if you notice, most people on the very far left actually lack very common, basic U.S. history knowledge.
Before TikToker Savannah Stone continues, take a guess at what she's talking about. And remember, with conservatives, every accusation they make against what they perceive as the left is really just a confession.
One of those things being that Democrats were the ones who owned slaves and Republicans were the ones who freed the slaves.
Good Trouble's face says it all. Now he'll give conservatives everywhere a much-needed history lesson.
Answer me this, Cruella. Who in our country is currently flying the Confederate flag? This literal symbol of black oppression in America. The flag that flew for people that were trying to uphold slavery. Who is flying that flag right now? Is it bleeding heart liberals? Or is it Trump-loving, gun-toting MAGA idiots? Conservatives.
Spot on. No notes. That's all you have to say to debunk this BS talking point.
The Democrats were the ones that were for slavery. The Democrats were the ones that came up with the Jim Crow stuff.
Even if all of that were true about slavery, which party flies the Confederate flag today?
A lot of the Democrats.
You really think Democrats fly the Confederate flag
There's
more than
Democrats
Republicans?
that, yes.
Overwhelmingly, you'll see a Confederate flag right next to a Trump flag. That's just how it works
No,
nowadays.
I haven't seen that overwhelmingly.
You really? Was it Democrats or Republicans trying to take down Confederate statues?
Confederate statues?
Which party was trying to take down Confederate statues?
Ditto with Adam Mockler of the Midas Touch Network, who easily dismissed this MAGA person's patently insane take by highlighting that the Dems spearheaded the push to remove statues and monuments, venerating the racist, treasonous losers who actively participated and benefited from one of the most evil institutions in human history.
You know, people are always accusing Trump supporters of being violent or racist, but we're here at this Trump rally, and I just don't see it.
Keep it flying? And why do you want to keep it flying?
Why would anybody want to erase our heritage?
Well, some people would say that flag symbolizes racism. It symbolizes slavery. Are you pro-slavery or against slavery?
I have no comment, but thank you for the interview.
I'll give you one more chance. You're pro or anti-slavery?
No comment.
I'll give you one more opportunity to say if you're pro or anti-slavery.
No comment.
All right, well, there you have it.
And hey, just a quick break in the action. You should go subscribe to my new show, The Rick Strom Show. I'm going to be interviewing people from sports, music, journalists, authors, sports doctors. It's going to be fantastic. Please go subscribe.
Is the Confederate flag the thing to put out there if you want to bring this nation together?
The Confederate flag is a Southern heritage, and everything that's being divided and taken away from us, our Southern heritage, no, I stand against that. But it has nothing to do with racism.
The mental gymnastics and state of denial you have to subject yourself to if you legitimately believe the Confederate flag is nothing but a symbol of Southern heritage is just as astonishing as it is depressing and dangerous. Just like the fraudulent states' rights argument conservatives use to distance their ideology from protecting slavery and starting the Civil War, asking someone what Southern heritage actually is exposes the propaganda lie clear as day. But if you thought that was bad, just wait until you hear this next bit.
Do you understand why people might think that?
What about people that don't understand the swastika?
Can you tell me about it?
Yeah, the swastika is a sign of peace. Hitler took it in 1935 when he became chancellor. He took it and turned it into evil.
But do you want people wearing a swastika around?
I don't care if they wear a swastika around. It doesn't bother me.
It doesn't bother you?
No, because it doesn't mean what everybody thinks it means.
But could you understand if people?
But
could you understand if people didn't want to see a swastika around?
Yeah, I can understand it.
So could you understand why the Confederate flag might make people feel the same way?
No.
You could write an entire dissertation disproving this loser's wildly flawed analogy, but the bottom line is this: refusing to reckon with the objective evil of chattel slavery and its blatant, direct association with the primary symbol of the Confederacy, the stainless banner flag, and the states who started a civil war so they could secure their economic interests by protecting the slave trade and the ensuring that millions of human beings were viewed solely as disposable pieces of property, allows conservatives, particularly white Southerners, to distance their right-wing ideology from the practical applications of said ideology. What's worse is that virtually none of these people consciously think about this because their environment constantly enforces this lie through statues, monuments, public displays of the flag, propaganda lessons in schools, and concerted efforts from conservative activist groups to rewrite and whitewash our country's dark history. Look no
I don't want our statues taken down in our country. I don't think you remove or erase history. So I do agree those statues shouldn't be taken down. They're part of our history. We should learn from our history. We don't erase it. But that doesn't make me a racist because I say leave the statue up there. If I were black people today and I walked by one of those statues, I would be so proud because I'd say, look how far I have come in this country. Look how far my people what they have overcome. And these are good things.
Further than MAGA people like Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene to see just how pervasive whitewashing of the Confederacy's atrocities still is even today.
Tim Scott, Nikki Haley, Ron DeSantis, if they were the nominee, would you be excited about voting for any of them?
Nikki Haley, never, because she took the Confederate flag down in the state.
And what about the Confederate flag coming down did you not like?
Because I sell the Confederate flag and the shirts, and I disagree with Haley. It's our history here in South Carolina.
Even if it upsets people in certain ways?
Yes, sir. History's history. You can't change it.
Case in point, this woman felt comfortable enough to say that she would never support Nikki Haley unless absolutely necessary, because Haley made the correct decision to remove the flag from the South Carolina State Capitol building while she was governor, and this woman sells Confederate flag merchandise. She is right in saying that you can't change history, but that's a weak excuse to continue profiting from the abject immoral institution that was the Confederacy. If you can and are willing, please become a paid member here at TYT Sports. And or go to tyt.com/join. In addition, you can follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Appreciate it. Have a great day.